Hey everyone, and welcome back to Layman's AI by Orca AI Studios. Today we're asking a pretty provocative question. Is ChatGPT already a relic? We're diving into a radical idea that the entire age of chatbots is coming to an end. We're not just talking about a smarter AI, we're talking about an AI that actually does things. So let's get into it.
You know, for the last few years, the whole world has been obsessed with teaching AI how to talk. But this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. All that hype around conversation, it was just the warm-up act. The real revolution isn't about AI that can chat with you. It's about AI that can take action for you.
And here's the twist, the little piece of gossip the AI hype machine doesn't want you to hear. An MIT study found that a staggering 95% of generative AI projects are failing to make any real impact on profits. 95%. And why? Well, it's simple. They're all talk and no action. They can't connect to real business workflows and actually get work done. Okay, so let's pull back the curtain and really dig into why the classic chatbot model is, for all intents and purposes, officially a thing of the past. We're about to do a little post-mortem on its biggest, most fatal flaws. Think of this slide as the official autopsy report of the chatbot. Just look at these 4 core failures. You've got intent collision. You ask it to do 2 things at once and the whole thing just breaks. Then there's memory decay. It literally has the memory of a goldfish, so you have to repeat yourself over and over. System silos means it's stuck inside its little chat window, completely unable to interact with your other apps. And of course, the big one, hallucinations, where it just confidently makes stuff up. These aren't just little bugs, these are absolute deal breakers. And this right here boils it all down perfectly. On the left, you have a chatbot. It's basically a mouth. It answers questions, it generates text. On the right, you have an AI agent. It's a brain with hands. It doesn't just talk, it plans, it acts, and it even checks its own work. It's the huge difference between an assistant that tells you what to do and a teammate that just gets it done. So if the chatbot is the old, obsolete king, then who's the heir to the throne? Well, let's meet its powerful successor, the AI agent. This is the technology that is actually starting to deliver on the original promise of AI. So what in the world is Agentic AI? Well, think of it like this. You don't give an agent a prompt, you give it a mission. These are smart, autonomous systems that are built from the ground up to achieve goals, not just spit out answers to questions. The key difference is baked right into their DNA. They are designed to act. And AI agents have these 4 superpowers that chatbots can only dream of. First, they're goal-oriented. They are laser-focused on an objective you give them. They're also autonomous, meaning they can make their own decisions to figure out the best way to get there. They have deep system integration, so they can connect to all your other tools, like your CRM or email. And they're continuous. They can work 24/7 like a tireless digital employee. This is probably my favorite way to explain it. A chatbot is like a very helpful librarian. You say, I need to file my expense report, and it'll tell you exactly where to find the form, how to fill it out, and who to email it to. Super helpful, right? But an AI agent, that's like a digital teammate. You just say, hey, file my expense report, and it goes and does the entire workflow for you. This is that huge leap from just passive assistance to active, hands-on execution. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but where is it actually happening? Let's take a look at some real-world examples of how these new digital workers are already running really critical parts of our economy right now. Take healthcare, for instance. AI agents are becoming the ultimate patient navigators. Just imagine an agent that handles all those painfully complex insurance pre-authorizations, coordinates all your specialist appointments, and constantly keeps your health records updated with info from lab results or even your smartwatch, all without you having to lift a finger. That's a game changer. Or look at the factory floor, where agents are the new supervisors. They're constantly listening to the machines, using data to predict when they might break down, and then automatically ordering repairs before it even happens. They're watching global supply chains and rerouting shipments in real time to avoid delays. This isn't just about solving problems, it's about preventing them from ever happening in the first place. And right in the heart of business, sales and finance, agents are becoming the new engine. They're qualifying sales leads, writing up proposals, and keeping the CRM updated, all automatically. In fact, you've probably used an agent without even knowing it. Companies like PayPal use them to run their entire payment, invoicing, and fraud detection systems. They're not just helping the business anymore. In many ways, they are the business. So we've seen the technology, we've seen the real-world examples, but what does this massive shift to a doer economy actually mean for the market, for our jobs, and, well, for you?
Well, first things first, just follow the money. The market for agentic AI is about to absolutely explode. We're talking about a jump from just under $10 billion to over $57 billion in just 5 years. That's a 42% growth rate every single year. That's not a trend. That's a tidal wave of capital and innovation. So, what about our jobs? This is the big question, right? Well, it's causing a fundamental shift in our role. For years, we've been the human in the loop, basically a cog in a larger machine. We're moving to being the human on the loop, the strategic mind that oversees the entire operation. The agents do the grunt work, we provide the vision and call the shots. And this is really all about elevating our work. Imagine a customer service rep who's no longer just resetting passwords all day, but is now a true relationship builder, solving a customer's most complex problems. Or a data analyst who isn't just crunching numbers in a spreadsheet, but is now a strategic advisor who's shaping the future of the company. This isn't about replacing us, it's about unleashing our true strategic potential.
Okay, so we've covered the why and the what. Now let's talk about the how. How can you actually get started in this new era and maybe even build your very first digital worker? But here's the catch. Over 60% of companies are really excited about AI agents, but they're completely paralyzed by one single question. Where on earth do we even start? They see all this promise, but they're just stuck in the planning phase, not knowing what that first step is. And that's exactly where we come in. To solve that very problem, we've created a totally free 5-day email course called the AI Agent Starter Kit. It's a no-fluff, step-by-step guide to help you build your first digital worker, even if you have zero idea how to code. We'll take you all the way from just an idea to a deployed agent in just 5 days. So I'll just leave you with this one last thought. We are officially in the age of action. The future isn't going to belong to those whose AI can talk the best. It's going to belong to those whose AI can do the most. So the only real question left is your AI just talking? Thanks for tuning in.